I finally finished my NCLEX and OSCE. Wait, how do I get a job now? Do I need any work experience as an RN in my country to become an RN here in Australia? How long does it take to get my first job as an RN? So these are the type of questions that I had in my brain when I just finished my OSCE, and I'm damn sure you have them too. So today we are going to discuss about the nursing jobs in Australia, what we are all here for at the end of the day. Okay, so first thing first that you need to understand is if you are an internationally qualified nurse, the journey is not going to be as easy as it is for somebody who has studied here, qualified here, and worked here as an RN already. So just be prepared that finding a job, a first job as an IQNM, is going to be a little of effort and a little of hard work. But is it impossible? Absolutely no, because I have got it and I'm here to share my experience, how everything lined up and how I ended up getting my first job. So let's begin understanding in detail how you can get it too. Okay, so before we break into the job thing, let me tell you some reality checks that you have to have in your mind when you're applying for your first jobs, because the first months, the initial months after you getting your registration, are going to be a little patience demanding, because you do not straight away get a job in Australia when you come as an IQNM. And given that scenario that most of you will be offshore, that you will be applying from a country outside Australia, so finding recruiters will be a little difficult, getting jobs straight away will be a little difficult. But is it going to be impossible? No. The job shortage, the RN shortage in Australia is real. Hospitals, aged cares are facing a literal nursing shortage going on. So it's not going to be impossible, but it is just going to take some extra effort compared to your friend who has qualified and done everything here in Australia. So that's the one thing. Do not compare yourself with somebody who got their qualifications here. It is always going to be easier for them to get a job after their registration. So that's that. So now we can talk about how we can apply for jobs, what kind of jobs are available, and how do we deal with it. Okay, so essentially there are two categories of jobs we do here. One is getting recruited directly into a particular hospital, aged care setting, or wherever you want to work. And second category of jobs is the agency work. So a third party is recruiting you and they are sending you wherever there's a shortage of staff, or wherever the shifts need to be covered. So you go cover the shift and you get paid in a week or two. Whereas if we talk about the direct entry of recruitment, you work in a particular place. You could work part-time, full-time, casual, depending on your convenience. Okay, now the main thing, how do we apply for these jobs? Where do we apply for it? So there are two huge job application sites here in Australia. They are Seek and Indeed. There are plenty more, but these are the most popular ones and they have worked for me. I got my two agency roles and one permanent job, which I'm doing currently from this application job websites only. I'll be putting their links in the description where you can go create your account and start your job hunt. Also, if you don't want to apply for jobs through Seek and Indeed or other job platforms, you can always go to a particular hospital or company's websites to check whether they have any job listings or not. So you can go to their website, you can click on careers, and there you will find all the job listings or like vacancies they have currently, and you can apply directly there as well. The same applies for the agencies as well. So you can go to their agency website and you can directly drop an inquiry, or you can leave your message there that you're looking for a job, and you can apply directly as well, however that suits you. But the chances of you getting a job is far more better through the job platforms, but there is this option as well. Now, very important thing when you are looking for your first job, let's talk about the onshore people first and then we'll talk about the offshore people. If you are a candidate who is already onshore, always hunt for jobs which are closer to your residence first, because when you put your address in your resume, the recruiters do look at where you live, and when you are at a closer proximity, the chances of you getting hired is practically more compared to, like, there are always other factors, how qualified you are, how experienced you are, but this is also a factor that matters. So yeah, priority, just look for closer option, and it is also convenient for you as you don't have to travel much. Second thing, for onshore applicants, always mention whether you require sponsorship or not in your resume, and do mention your visa category and work rights in your resume, because that question will always come up when you are onshore, because this recruiters are looking at your job hours, whether you are fit to work, whether you are available majority of days in a week or not, and be very specific about it. Be clear whether you have any work restrictions or not, whether you are on your student or not, xyz. So that's that for your onshore people. Now, for offshore people, you will be applying for jobs which are offering you sponsorship. And most of these jobs which do provide sponsorship are located in regional Australia. There are people who are recruiting like in metro area as well, but 90% of it comes from the regional areas. So your job hunt specifically happens in the regional areas. Regional areas in Australia are basically the areas which are a little village types, a little backward socioeconomically. So the government, the recruiters are hiring people and giving them sponsorships so that they can come, stay, and work for a longer time there. So that's where the offshore people will be applying mostly. Now, always keep in mind, if you are an offshore applicant, do not compare yourself with onshore applicant. Like, I have friends who are offshore and we all finished our OSCE and registration. We all got it together, but today I have a job and they are still hunting for jobs. Why that is happening? Because, as I said, recruiters in Australia are really picky. They look whether you're onshore or not, they look whether you need sponsorship or not, they look whether you have unrestricted work rights or not, they look whether you are coming from a country where you have had a particular job experience or not. So this brings me to a very, very, very popular question, whether work experience is required here in Australia or not, the previous nursing experience. Now, I wish somebody ever told me this when I came to Australia, because Australian recruiters look for Australian experience specifically. If they see Australian, like, not any experience, but if you want to work in an aged care as an RN in your future, you should always hunt for roles that are similar to aged care RN roles, be it PCA care worker or disability worker. If you have worked in these sectors previously before getting your registration and then you are applying as an RN, the chances of you getting hired are so high. So this is one thing. If you come here in Australia and then you're preparing for your NCLEX and OSCE and you are starting your journey after coming to Australia, do not do random jobs, do not do random casual jobs that are not related to your field. The best option that we nurses or healthcare workers have is we can do a 4 month to 6 month certification course for, like, a personal care worker or disability care worker, and then you can get into an aged care working as a PCA, and then if you keep working for like 6 months or a year until you finish your RN journey, and then if you apply at the same place as an RN, you will be selected as an RN. So that's a little shortcut, a little trick of getting into the healthcare system in Australia. But if you are working into sectors which are like nowhere related to your profession nowhere related to healthcare or RN, the chances of you getting selected are a little less. Now, if I talk about an overseas experience as an RN, do they count it? Yes and no, both. They don't specifically give importance to, like, for an example, if I tell you that if I am candidate A who has worked for 3 years in India in as an RN, and there is a candidate B who has worked, qualified, everything in Australia, but she's a fresher, who will be hired? Candidate B will be hired because they give Australian education, Australian qualification, and Australian work experience more importance than us overseas nurses. But that doesn't mean that your experience wouldn't be counted as all at all. Like, if there is a candidate A who has no experience overseas, and then there's a candidate B who has 1 or 2 years of experience as an RN in overseas, then of course candidate B will be preferred over. So that's the basic scenario of how things work, how the nursing roles and recruitment works here in Australia. It's a little tricky, it's a little patience demanding when you are doing it for the first time, when you are securing your first role, but it's not impossible. As I said, the job shortage, the nursing shortage in Australia is real. Now, if I give you little tips here and there of how you can, like, get your job faster, first will always be work in healthcare before you apply as an RN. So if you have not got your registration yet, and if you are say overseas or you're already onshore, just make sure you gather some experience. It's not compulsory that you have to have a 6 month job experience or 12 month job experience before you apply. No, there's no compulsion of experience here in Australia, but they always prefer the people who have job experience than the people who have not. So rather than sitting at your home, rather than doing any random jobs to get dollars, always have some job experience that is related to your healthcare. That will always be beneficial to you. That's tip number one. Tip number two, if you're not getting jobs at all in the metro areas, you of course you apply for things closer to your residence, but if you're not getting jobs in metro areas, look for regional options, because the chances of you being hired in a regional setting is always higher than metro cities, because the job shortage in regional areas is much 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 more compared to the metro areas. And the tip number three, and also happens to be the most important, create your resume very job specific. No extra information, just little descriptions of what you have done in the past, and that should always have two references listed. Now, references in Australia is a huge thing when it comes to recruitment and job hunting. And when I say references, make sure they are related to healthcare if possible, and Australian if possible. It matters when you have an Australian Aussie name in your reference, because they trust the Australian people more than they trust the overseas people, which is clear cut. When you work here, you will realize that. So even if you are working some random places, not in healthcare, but if you're working under some Aussie, if you're working under an Australian boss, it's always beneficial to have their reference on your resume, because they do contact. Networking plays a huge role when you're finding a job in Australia. So always have references listed. Make sure they are Australian if possible. Make sure they are healthcare related if possible. And give their original true numbers and true email IDs, because they are going to contact them. So these are the three main important tips that you have to keep in mind when you are looking for your first job in Australia. And it will demand some patience from you. It will ask for some extra efforts, But just think about it. You have worked so hard on your NCLEX and OSCE, and this is just the last step. Just one more step, just little more hard work, and you will have that RN badge on your uniform. You'll be wearing scrubs. So think about it. Just give extra effort. Apply for 50 jobs each day. Don't be afraid of rejections. You will see that every single day that unfortunately we couldn't proceed with your application. They will not give you reasons, they will not give you closures, but one day some email will drop that will say that congratulations, we have hired you. So until that day, just keep pushing yourself, keep working a little hard, and please get into a healthcare job. So these are the few things from my side that will help you find a job very quickly, and I hope you all do find your jobs, your first jobs, very soon. And I hope you all never give up on that race. So wish you all a very good luck, and with that, happy RN.